Здравствуйте! Я Светлана. Welcome to RussianPod101.com's Alphabet Made Easy, the fastest, easiest, and most fun way to learn the Russian Cyrillic alphabet, the alphabet. In the previous lesson, we introduced our first group of false friends, Russian letters that look like letters of the English alphabet but have completely different sounds. The first false friends that we learned were ye and n. Do you remember how to write them? What about the true friends from the first two lessons? Make sure that you feel confident about the characters from past lessons before moving on. In this lesson, we'll continue by learning two more false friends. After that, we'll learn a few more words to add to your notebook. Ready? Let's go! Our first letter is V. It looks identical to the English uppercase B, right? But the Russian V, as you have probably guessed, does not sound like B at all. It sounds like the English V, but a little bit harder. Listen to the pronunciation carefully. V. This letter is almost always pronounced in this way, but it can sometimes sound like a F when it comes at the end of the word. Here's the uppercase. And the lowercase. The cursive uppercase V looks like this. It's nearly identical to the cursive B in English and should be easy to write. V is a single stroke, so you can easily connect it to the next letter after the uppercase without lifting your pen or pencil. Again, the lowercase v is similar to the English cursive, but the Russian V has a larger upper loop than the English B. Remember that in Russian, the starting point isn't from the bottom of the line. Now we'll write them. And the lowercase. The second letter we'll learn in this lesson is another you'll recognize by sight, R. As you can see, it looks exactly like the English P, except that it doesn't dip beneath the line as far as the lowercase p in English. This letter is difficult to pronounce for some native English speakers. It's like the Spanish R, but not quite as continuous. R. Here's how to write the printed versions. And the lowercase. Now let's take a look at how to write R in cursive. The uppercase version looks like this. As you can see, the cursive version of R is quite different than in English, and is written in two strokes. Please note that the lowercase r does not make a closed circle the same way as the lowercase cursive p in English. Handwriting time. And the lowercase. We'll continue learning more letters next time, but for now, let's practice using these letters in some new words. First up is a word that uses both of our new letters. Try reading it aloud. Did you say Venera? If you didn't, that's okay. Here we can see how ye can be pronounced as either e or ye. Venera is a Russian name for the planet Venus, and it's also a girl's name. Now try writing it. Let's start with an uppercase V. Venera. Great job! Now let's try writing a sentence. We'll combine a word from the previous lesson with a new word to make a sentence that hopefully you will never need to use. Try reading it. Hopefully you read on vor. This means he the thief in Russian. If someone snatches your purse or steals your wallet, you'll be glad you learned this sentence. Now let's try writing it by hand. Since it's a sentence, we'll start out with an uppercase O. On vor. Make sure that your connections are smooth and fluid. Now it's time for Svetlana's insights. Your handwriting is like a signature, and no two people's are the same. When you see actual Russian handwriting, you may notice that sometimes people write letters in different ways. You'll notice a lot of people don't connect letters properly to the next one. Other people mix print-style letters with cursive letters. However, if you learn cursive properly, you will certainly impress your Russian friends and be able to understand almost anyone's handwriting. Good luck! That's it for this lesson. Today you moved from writing single words into sentences. In the next Alphabet Made Easy lesson, we'll be back to meet the last of our false friends, and then it's on to uncharted territory. Пока-пока!